Boats and hose, everybody. Welcome to the Bad Reading Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Atlas Novak. Who else is with me today?
Hi, it's Lillian.
And I'm Nick.
So we got Lillian from the Boba Happy Hour podcast and Nick, my often co-host. How's it going?
It's good. I'm at my parents' house right now for the long weekend, and I don't have a lock on my door. So, sometimes they'll just come in, and I'm, half naked, and they're like, it's okay, I gave birth to you.
It's the worst. Do they do the thing where they knock and then immediately open the door, or do they just open the door?
They just open the door.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Man.
It's pretty annoying.
Well, it's like you could say, I was a potato when you gave birth to me. I'm now a full person. This is,
Yeah, there are no boundaries at my house. But, yeah. How are you guys?
I'm good. Trucking along in the quarantine and managed to keep a job so far, so I'll count that as a win. And
Nice.
how about you, Nick?
Same here. I got a job still, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Cheers, I'll drink to that, bro.
I live in Reno. Cheers to that. I live in Reno right now. Hopefully I'll come back to LA someday, but I'm doing good. I got a lot of stuff going on. If you know what I got big stuff going on. As I say that for the next 8 years and nothing happens. It's like, guys, you just don't know, when we're all 38. I got big stuff going on.
How do you guys know each other, if you don't mind me asking?
Just doing mics together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I met you because we were on a Zoom show together.
Mm-hmm.
And you were quite funny, so I thought I would bring you on our tiny podcast for shits and gigs. So, how the show works, to the people who haven't heard it before, we get a guest who's really into something, and then we read them terrible fan fiction about that thing. So, we like to ask our guest, Lil, what's something you're into?
Sorry, my sister called me.
It's okay.
I'm into Step Brothers, Glee. Actually, I love anything that Will Ferrell does. I don't know why. Fucking calling me.
And then it turns out it's Will Ferrell calling you.
My God!
Just put your phone on silent.
Well, my phone's connected to my computer.
Barges through the door.
Yeah. But have you seen Eurovision?
No.
I've seen that movie.
Dude, I love Will Ferrell.
I've seen...
Farrow?
Did I say Ferrell?
Like Colin Farrell? Colin Farrell or Will Wait, they both kind of have the same last name. Will Ferrell and Colin Farrell.
Oh, I thought she was saying
different people.
I thought she was saying Will Ferrell, like he's escaped into the wild and become one with nature,
Yeah, he's Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. I remember that movie Stranger Than Fiction that he was in.
That was a good one.
It's
He's playing it straight the entire time.
Yeah, and it's like the narrator. It's like a narrator writing a novel, and he's like at the mercy of the narrator. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, Will Ferrell went and did story stuff. I can't remember the movie very well.
Is that older? Is that older?
It's like 10 years old at this point.
2006.
Oh wow, it's
when it
older
came
than
out.
that. So like 15,
Wow.
almost 15 years old.
Wait, let me look that shit up.
I think I was like in 7th grade.
I think you and I are roughly the same age. Yeah.
Let me look.
How old are you?
I am 26.
Okay, I'm 23. So like kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm
So-
28. Christ, I'm older than both of you.
All right. But yeah, Step Brothers.
2006. I was right.
Yeah. So I would have been in 6th or 7th grade. But But yeah, Step Brothers, starring Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly, about two immature man children who can't move out of their parents' house. And it is a very weird movie that I accidentally dragged my mom to see in theaters when it first came out.
I'm like so afraid that that's gonna be me. That I like just can't make it on my own, and like I have to live with my parents for the rest of my life.
I don't know. Apparently, according to a new study, 52% of American adults live with their parents now.
Really?
52%, wow. Which is a little sad, but also not surprising.
Yeah, I mean, I live in the Bay Area, and it's like crazy expensive in the Bay.
Yeah, thanks Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
Oh, you live in the Bay right now?
Well, right now I'm in Seattle, but I work in the Bay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've always wanted to come out there, to San Francisco, and do like an open mic out there. Like, how's the scene?
It's interesting.
Good. Right now they're doing really small mics, like in driveways and stuff. But like for the most part, it's just like on Zoom.
Okay.
So it kind of doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. Right now it doesn't really matter.
And I know Brainwash is gone, which is sad. They were cool.
A lot of stuff kind of closed.
R.I.P. But yeah, like that movie, I was in New York with my mom when it had come out in theaters, and we were supposed to go see Avenue Q, and my mom was super late getting ready, and she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, we couldn't get in time. Let's go see a movie instead. What do you want to see?" And I had seen the poster for Step Brothers, where like they're in the sweaters and they're looking all wholesome together. And I was like, I like Will Ferrell. I think my mom would like something. Oh my god. When we got to the scene where they make Will Ferrell eat dog shit, I was like, I can't fucking do this.
Oh my god. I'm pretty sure he took out his balls in that movie too. There's like little bit of nudity.
Yeah. He puts like his scrotum on on the drum set. Yeah, that was one of those things where my mom took it like a champ, and she was like, "Look, I was late getting ready to go see the play. I'm sorry, but also, what did you do to me?" I'm like, I didn't know going in.
What a relationship!
Oh my god, I hope
I saw that movie with my grandma.
That's worse. What?
I saw this with my. She loved it. No, my grandma loves Will Ferrell, and we went there on purpose. But like, I got looks from people like that. You know, when I came in with my grandma, and I'm like, yeah, my grandma's pretty cool. Like, no, she was screaming when they're fighting in the front yard after like he puts his nuts on the drum set.
Oh my god!
As they're fighting, and like Will Ferrell just screams, "Rape! Rape!"
Oh my god! People don't give a fuck though.
I just imagine like it happening, and then your grandma's like, "This is a hoot," and
yeah.
Just making happy grandma sounds. I hope that when you saw the movie, you didn't have a family member that you were trying not to embarrass.
No. The first time I watched it, I got it on DVD.
Oh, okay.
Because I heard from my friends that like you get to see someone's balls, and I was like super interested because I was like a kid at the time. I'm like, "Ooh, what the fuck? Like that's crazy!" And that was like my first introduction to like porn, I guess. I don't know.
To balls.
And it kind of like freaked me out a little bit. So I was like, I stayed away from boys for like the most part because of that. I was just like, oh, it's like, yeah, it's like gelatin. I don't know.
I just like the idea of like you run into Will Ferrell as an adult, and you're like, Will Ferrell, you made me swear off men because I saw your ball sack too early.
I don't do it. Was it Will Ferrell or was it the other guy?
It's Will Ferrell's balls because he goes, "I'm gonna go put my scrotum on your drums," and then John C. Reilly's like, "No," and then he chases him through the house. But yeah, freaking insane movie, and even insaner story. So the story is called Hot for Teacher. It's on fanfiction.net. As always, we will have the link to the story in the show notes for you to go find and also to give the artist credit. It is by someone called Blood Rose Red, And the little note is a Step Brothers fanfic. Dale meets up with an old high school classmate, Donna Dubinsky. They begin dating. Things get a bit complicated when Derek's wife, Alice, begins a sexual relationship with Dale. He can't get over his feelings for Donna, but can't control his affair with Alice. Rated M for sexual content and swearing. So, this is going to be fun.
Wow. I remember that scene. Dude, like, who was the actor that, like, played the wife?
I don't know.
Oh, dude, she was so good. Like, her monotone face was, like, just so spot on. It was so funny.
Is that, like, during the scene where they're singing Sweet Child of Mine and she's just, like...
Yeah.
Stone face through the whole thing. That scene is great. Alright. Donna Double D Dubinsky was one of the cheerleaders at Jordan Hill High School, class of 1975. She was dressed in an adorable cheerleading outfit with the school colors of blue and white, waving her matching pom-poms, reciting a cheer. The school mascot came running out, a bulldog, doing a dance, and following along with the cheerleaders as well. Eventually, some of the nasty football players huddled up, grinning evilly as they looked at the mascot. They had planned a prank for the loser inside. While the bulldog mascot was doing the dance, they began throwing water balloons at him. Eventually, some of them nailed the cheerleaders, annoying them. The costume got soaked until the loser had to pull off the head. He had turned completely blue from the costume's dye. Everyone had started laughing at the poor, curly-headed fat kid. Nice
blue ass, dumbback,
said Trent Yeager, captain of the football team. Everyone was laughing at the fat kid, except Donna. She got mad. She turned toward Trent with a frown. She shoved him. "What is wrong with you?" she said. "Dale has been working all week on getting that dance right, you asshole. Nice going, Trent. You ruined everything."
The fat kid is Dale?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's so good. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No,
Why do you care, babe?
Trent chuckled.
Dumbback is just a loser. He'll always be a loser.
That gives you the right to torment the poor kid?
Yeah, sure thing.
With a scoff, she went to help up the fat Dale Doe back off the ground. I like how they describe him as fat, too.
So in this story, are they not brothers? Trent and Dale?
Not yet. Because this is like when they're still in high school.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
This is before their parents married.
But isn't Trent is Will's dad or the other guy's dad? Or Dale's dad? Sorry, not dad, brother.
I think it's he's Brennan's brother.
Okay, gotcha.
Will Ferrell's character, and then Dale is John C. Reilly. So it's
gotcha.
Trent and Brennan is one family, Dale is the other family. That ends up becoming blended later. With a scoff, she went to help up the fat Dale Doe back off the ground. Dale looked into Donna's brown eyes. She was the only nice cheerleader. She always stood up for him when everyone picked on him. He never understood why she was with a jerk like Trent. He wished she'd break up with him, despite all those years in elementary school. Dale always had a crush on Donna since the 4th grade. Ever since she beat up Chris Gardocki in the 4th grade while stealing his lunch, they became friends. Well, acquaintances more like it, since Dale was too shy to even talk to Donna. Yet Donna was always so nice to him. He always wished he'd asked her out, but she figured someone who was so pretty and popular would never go out with a fat loser like him. Come on, man, have a little confidence in yourself.
Damn.
Yeah.
You actually kind of sound like Dale.
Me?
Like a little bit, yeah.
Fuck. That's not...
I like to leave fruit around the house. I like to eat it. Is there, I wish that she would leave the old bull and get with the young calf. And then she grabs me by the wiener. It's another Step Brothers part.
Yeah, I get it.
You got it. Thank you. It's less that and more like, I can't get over... Because I already get... Like, people say I look like Syndrome from The Incredibles, and, like, there's another weird one to add to the pile.
I think that's an upgrade.
Is it an upgrade? Syndrome at least had, like, a company and cool gadgets and like a private island. Dale is Dale.
Well, I don't know. Dale's John C. Riley. I put John C. Riley above everybody. Love that dude.
Yeah, yeah.
All right then.
Alrighty then.
And of course, there was Trent to consider. He always scared him. He always scared him off. He accused him of trying to steal his girl. He always called her Double D, since her breasts were nowhere near that size. It was a nickname he hated, or she hated anyway. "Are you okay?" Donna asked as she helped Dale up to his feet. "Do you want to be Dale?"
Yeah.
He said, panting. "You did great with the dance," she complimented. "I'm sorry Trent ruined it. You were doing just fine until then."
Thanks. You look good yourself, Donna.
The brunette blushed a bit and smiled. "Thanks, Dale."
Why do you even go out with that jerk anyway? You deserve a lot better.
"I might break up with him, given that he ruined this routine we worked so hard for homecoming," Donna murmured. "But it's hard, I guess. Being in love is hard. You always have to make decisions."
You should break up with him, Donna. He's a jerk.
"Yes, he is. I'll consider it." It's you again.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if you do break up with Trent,
Dale began.
would you?
Yeah? He had been working up the courage to ask her to go out all week. "Hey, Donna!" yelled her friend. "Game's about to start." "We'd better hurry. I'll help you dry off the mascot costume," said Donna. "We're gonna need you at halftime and at the end of the game." Dale nodded, frowning a bit. He had blew his chance to ask the nicest girl.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
I know that feeling.
What?
I feel like she wasn't like a nice girl in the movie though, right? She was just like really quiet
For the most
and
part.
sexual.
I mean, it's like a 30-year gap between high school and where the movie takes place, right?
True.
People
Yeah,
change,
you're right.
you know? Did you...
I guess like everyone's kind of like a nice girl, and like
Well, it's always like, like the main character knows like the nice cheerleader that is nice to him. It's like the trope of that. Like, okay, like there's one cheerleader that likes me, but everyone else is a jerk to me. But it's like I don't think that's realistic at all. Like it's like I think it'd be funnier if she was an even bigger jerk to him, but he always saw her as the nice girl. Like, you're always so nice to me.
yeah, like there's like a double take where like what he's thinking isn't actually what's happening.
Right.
That would be like those two people are like delusional the whole movie. Him and Brennan.
Brennan. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, just I'm constantly reminded of the scene where they're trying to prevent their parents' house from selling, so they're like dressing up as a Nazi and like the KKK guy.
Like, please, can you leave? He just died. Just get out of here.
You're gonna love the neighborhood. Great schools.
Hey, Trent, spricken the dick.
All right. Present day. Nick, you wanna read?
Present day. Donna Dubinsky sat in the 7th grade classroom going through papers. This is my narrator voice. Do you enjoy it?
It's a little creepy, if I'm being honest.
Alright, fine. Donna Dubinsky sat in the 7th grade classroom going through papers. After high school, she hadn't seen many of her classmates after graduation, including Dale Huff. She was already getting close to 40. Her dark hair was long and feathered. Her cheerleading days were long over. Despite being near 40, she still tried to keep in shape. Age slightly agreed with her, but it was the irritating fat that wouldn't go away. Mostly the spare tire. It was stubborn. Damn those years at college drinking away.
I mean, I think we're gonna get a spare tire no matter what you do. That's just getting old. Like, college drinking my ass. Like,
especially if you're a woman and you have a kid, like that's just never gonna go away.
It's coming like a freight train, my friends. Get ready.
Yeah.
She studied at UCLA to become a teacher. She had always known she wanted to be a teacher. It was a goal to teach kids. We get it. To educate to a better future, and of course, be a guidance in their times of trouble.
Hey, that's a good thing, I guess. Except we don't pay teachers well.
They reiterated it over and over again. She's like, she studied to become a teacher. She had always known she wanted to be a teacher. It was a goal to teach kids. It's like, yeah, we get it. To educate them to a better future, and of course, be a guidance in their times of troubles. She taught the 7th grade on Wentworth Street. God, these kids were such assholes. Luckily for her, she was a strict but fair teacher. She secretly enjoyed giving some of the troublemakers detention. Especially that Chris Gardocki Jr., the kid's father she beat up in the 4th grade a long time ago. He always complained to Daddy Dearest that Miss Dubinsky was unfair and mean. Well, when she came into that school all red in the face, Donna shot him down and made that man walk out of there with his tail between his legs.
Wait, so he comes in to defend his kid, who thought the teacher was mean. He comes in all pissed off, and she goes, "Bitch, I dumped you in high school. Get the fuck out of here." That's how she got him to leave?
Apparently.
That's a fucking power move, though.
That's a really petty power move.
I want to have something over literally everyone so I could, like, do that.
What, just to have that, like...
I think that's called
Silver
being
bullet.
a blackmailist.
It's what?
That's called being a blackmail artist. Like, what is that, BuzzFeed? Or...
I guess so. But again, that's not really blackmail. That was high school. You're in your 40s now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still nice to be like, oh, like, guess what? Like, in the past, like, so-and-so happened, you know? Like, I've definitely had sex with a lot of people, and to be like, oh, yeah, I dumped you, that's, like, just the cherry on top.
I guess so, but I think that starts to matter less as you get older.
Yeah, that's probably true.
If he's still not over her, then that's something different, but, like... As far as, like, he's married with a kid, I feel like he wouldn't care so much if she was like, "Bitch, I dumped your ass," and he's like, I have a literal fuck trophy right here, if you want to...
Well, yeah. Okay, you have a point there. A fuck trophy.
Honestly, if people started calling their kids fuck trophies, I would...
Genius.
I would be a lot less, like, uncomfortable taking care of kids if they were like, all right, you're babysitting the fuck trophy for the weekend, and I was like, okay, fair.
Nice. That's a great fuck trophy. It's like, this is my son Dale. He's my fuck trophy. He is the combination of the most perfect genes in humankind that coexist in one man's skull.
Yeah, we both know that's not...
She is my second fuck trophy.
Yeah, we both know that's not true, because, like, always it's the kind of thing I'm like, I'm going to combine our two genes into one person, and I'm going to give you every pre-existing condition we got. And you're like, thanks, I guess.
Yeah.
Colon cancer. R.I.P. Chadwick Boseman. Fuck you, colon cancer.
Okay, on that note, after grading the papers, she went through the permission slips and money. Come next week, they were going to the aquarium for a class trip. She counted the money carefully, placing it in an envelope, and then counted the permission slips of who was going so she could contact the bus company and call the aquarium for ticket. There's a lot of run-on sentences in this thing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of information you just gave me.
Yes, it is.
Well, it looked like all was accounted for. Her thoughts were disturbed by the yelling outside. God, kids could be so fucking loud. What the hell could they be screaming about? She got up and looked out and saw the kids, some including in her class and others as well. She went outside to check it out and saw the kids tormenting a group of 2 grown men in their 40s. Oh, this wasn't right. One of them had a black eye, and lo and behold... What?
Kids are so mean.
They are.
Kids are the worst.
Like, they can literally make fun of you for anything. I, like, once, like, someone or a kid made fun... I have a 12-year-old brother. And his friends were like, haha, you drive. And I'm like, what the fuck?
That's a good thing. What? It's like the John Mulaney thing, where it's like, ha ha ha, look at that high-waisted man. You got feminine hips. It's like, no, that's the thing I'm sensitive about.
Yeah, they're evil.
Yeah.
She wants to be a teacher.
Or she is a teacher, and
Oh.
all of the last paragraph was stuff like, she wanted to be a teacher. She wanted to teach kids, and then the next one, God, kids are so annoying.
Yeah.
You know, they're so loud.
I feel so bad for teachers.
Yeah, they
they have to wrangle how many kids? Like 30 kids a classroom. They have to keep it like how do the kids not just break out into war and just overpower the teacher every 2 seconds?
I mean, it kind of just over time you have the teachers really like drilling into you, like, fucking sit down and shut up, pay attention, and then that gets easier over time.
When I was in high school, my class made my Japanese teacher cry literally every other week.
Every other week?
Yeah.
That's nice that they gave her the...
I think she was like afraid to like teach our class.
I mean, it's a good thing that they gave her the week off in between making her cry. That's nice respite. Yeah. I mean, like, I had an English teacher who was a very kind of like vacillating man, where he was constantly he was kind of gullible, basically. So you had the kids like constantly telling him stuff, and he'd be believing them. And eventually, about a third of the way through the year, he realized he could kick people out. So then whenever people started giving him the business, he's like, get the fuck out! I'm not doing this anymore. Go to the office. And then the order returned. But it was just the kind of thing I'm like, dude, I'm trying to get into college here. Can we just, like, bro a sack, please? Like...
Yeah.
College is for losers. See you later. Just rolls out with a skateboard. I'm gonna go work for my dad's toothpaste factory.
Toothpaste factory?
Nah, I don't know. I just made shit up. Chris Gardocki Jr. was forcing the man down towards the ground. His tongue was stuck out. Other kids were beating up another man. It boiled her blood nowadays. Hey! She shouted. What's going on here? Shit! Bail! Said Chris. Hey! Donna said. Skinny ass is back here. The kids froze when they heard their strict teacher's voice. Her face red with anger as her brown eyes glared at each of them. Nobody messed with Miss Dubinsky. The strict teacher of Wentworth Street Middle School, crossing her arms across her chest. She eyed each child, taking down names in her head and memorizing what class they were in. The kids who had participated in these bullying were going to be brought up with the other teachers. Donna had experience with bullies. She hated them and had a zero tolerance for them. This person put a hyphen after bullies, and she hated. You could just put a period. Why did you put a hyphen?
I don't think they forgot to put a space. So it should have been, Donna had experience with bullies. She hated them,
comma.
You know. Well, yeah, comma. Yeah. Like, you could have put a semicolon there and that would have worked. But,
yeah.
No. It looked like it said she had experience with bullies, she hated them. Like,
are you guys like English majors or something? Like,
no, just
about punctuation.
Hey,
it irritates me when I read something and like, well, maybe I could be an English teacher. No, it's just like whenever you read a run-on sentence, like you just go like, God damn, stop, no, too long. Like I work for a company where it's like, you know, you have to proofread everything you write before you send it. I'm sure Atlas has to do it too, where it's like you have to make sure nothing is like, and then she went to go get an apple that she loved for many years with her friend Stacy that they met in first grade. It's like, no.
Yeah.
You gotta stop. You gotta separate that shit
out. Well, part of my job is I review doctor's notes before they go out. So it's like the thing where it's like, this patient came in for X, Y, and Z. This is the medication we gave them. Please don't make them do this or that. So if it sounds like but, then they're going to be like, dude, somebody made this up. You know? So like that's why I'm so like stringent with stuff about this. Nick, I'm not sure. What's how does that factor into your job?
Dude, I have to like watch every single order. What I basically do is I am the administrator for a office furniture dealer company. It's very interesting, but
is it
we
really?
have to watch all these. We have to what?
Is it really? I was
Oh,
just fucking with you.
You're a
Rest
furniture
assured.
dealer.
Register. I assure you, but I
Honestly,
have to keep track.
it doesn't matter if someone goes, I have a job during COVID. People are like, oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm just saying, like, yeah, you have to watch all these orders, and you know, I have to directly follow up with customers, and you know, like if you know, like you have to proofread all the emails you send out before you contact the customer, because then people apparently in the office furniture business are really touchy about how they receive emails. So it's like if you look like an idiot sending one, it's like, oh, like what's you know, did a first grader write this? I swear to God. So it's like. You got to make sure that you don't sound like a moron going, hey, we have a chair that we sent to you. You're supposed to pay us. Okay, thanks, bye. Like you.
and they're like, if this doesn't have "to whom it may concern" in the title, I am going to be livid.
Yeah, you can't say that either. You can't be a doctorate in literature. You know, you can't have a PhD. You're just like that would be funny if you could send emails with cursive.
Yeah.
To whom it may concern, the Baron of Lillian Industries, and Lillian Industries. What would Lillian Industries be?
I mean, I didn't know that was so stringent. I'm an engineer, so like all of my emails are like internal almost. So like no one really cares about like writing and stuff.
You guys are like doing engineer stuff, so you're just like, I did the thing with the wire or whatever. I don't know how.
Yeah, you know what? Most of the time it's just Excel sheets. You
okay,
know?
yeah. Then you're just like Excel sheet.
Yeah, you put like one number in and like it spits out everything that you need. So like you don't really need to format anything.
It's
But
like you have no touch with the outside world. It's all good here.
yeah,
It's like we're all engineers. We escaped. Okay, but back to the story. Explain yourselves, Donna said. We were just joking around, Miss Dubinsky. That's not a child's voice, Chris said innocently. I don't buy your bullshit, Gardaki, the teacher replied. Some of the kids flinched, giggled, even gasped at the teacher's audacity to curse at them.
Remember when
Miss Dubinsky
in like middle school, teachers were there was like that line between teachers are trying not to curse, and then they slowly realize that you figured out what they are, so they're just like, oh, forget it, and then they just start, you know, dropping the ass word or whatever. It's usually around 7th or 8th grade where like kids are cursing so much they're just like, should we just not worry about it anymore? Because like it's not really a problem. If
It's not really our
everybody's doing it.
job.
Well, it's not so much that it's not their job, it's that there's so many people doing it that you're just like, I can't stop it anymore. It's like when the Berlin Wall came down, there were so many people with sledgehammers, they were like, we can't shoot everybody, you know?
Yeah, I grew up in like a more urban area, so like literally the kids were swearing up and down the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Same principle.
Yeah, in Tucson, we had a teacher like that regularly carried a baseball bat into class with him. And, like he would, I'm not kidding.
For what?
Just to assert dominance.
Protection.
Yes, for protection and to assert dominance. Like he would chase kids down the hall because they were late for class. Like he would find a kid that was like walking down the hall, and he would be like, hey! And you just start chasing. Again, he wouldn't actually do it, but it was just the fact that he was charging at a fucking 15-year-old kid. That's enough to scare the shit out of anybody. And like if people were falling asleep, like he would be that dickhead teacher that like if you were falling asleep in his class, like he would drop a whole like 3 books on your desk.
Yeah, I remember that.
He's that dude.
I had an English teacher like that. He was in this old guy named Mr. Casasado, and he if anybody was on their phone, kicks you out. No, zero tolerance. Get the fuck out of my classroom. But also, he did the thing with the 3 books on your desk if you started to fall asleep. Yeah, and he always called.
I guess.
Yeah.
I
Strange
was
enough.
I was gonna say like, oh, wouldn't like a baseball bat be considered like a weapon? But there's
Yes.
baseball in school, so like I guess you can like carry any large stick and like
I don't
assert
know.
your dominance, you know?
I feel like that's
Yeah.
stretching it. I don't think you're allowed to just walk around brandishing a baseball. Usually, you got to put it in a bag or something. Carry
It's
the
not a
bag. No?
stretch. It's not a stretch. He actually did that. I'm not screwing with you. Like he would be like, "What's up, you fucking pussies?" He would slam like the
Good
bat
Lord.
on the desk. He's like, "Welcome to remedial English." And like, it's strange enough, everybody liked him. Oh yeah, I love him. He's cool.
There was
Yeah,
I had a bio teacher who had a squirt gun who would like squirt you if you started falling asleep.
Was it filled with acid? 'Cause
No.
he's a scientist.
Nope, just water. It was just wake up. Don't fall asleep in my classroom. Wake up. And what were you gonna say, Lil?
I was gonna say like the more laid back teachers or the teachers who like would swear and stuff, like the kids would like more because like they see the teacher more as like a friend than
Hey, they're swearing just like us.
yeah.
He's so relatable. Let's listen to what he has to say.
He's sitting back. He's sitting informally like us.
Yeah, the baseball
Jefferson High is our rival.
fall.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
All right. Some of the kids flinched, giggled, even gasped at the teacher's audacity to curse at them. Miss Dubinsky did not tolerate any kind of bad behavior. Sure, they pretended to be good kids in the classroom, but they figured if they were good, she'd leave them alone. But she didn't buy their act. She knew them too well.
Oh shit.
Now, let's try again. Explain yourselves. Or do I have to call each of your parents?
Like we said, we were just joking around, Chris replied.
Uh-huh.
Donna said cynically.
Well, I don't find that funny. Bullying is never funny.
I disagreed.
So I want you all inside right now. I'll be speaking to the principal and your other teachers about this to decide what will be a suitable punishment.
You sound like you're out of breath. Are you okay?
Yeah, I wanted to dress the character up a little bit.
Oh, just kind of a breathy.
Yeah, breathy person.
Breathy. Yeah. What do you mean
kids
bullying?
gasped.
Bullying. You said bullying is never funny. You disagree?
Sometimes it could be funny.
I mean, technically, that's the best weapon against fascism: is making them look stupid, i.e., bullying.
What do we do in comedy? We're pretty much bullying like everything that we think is stupid.
I bully
That's-
myself most of the time.
So yeah, that'd be a funny. You'd be a funny bully just because, like, if there's like, hey, what's up, nerd? You doing your homework? Yeah, I wouldn't do my homework because I'm such a freaking idiot.
No, it
And then
wouldn't
you
be
shove
that.
Yourself.
It would probably.
You shove yourself.
Like you go up to bully someone else and just bully yourself.
My mom
Yeah,
did
it's like the
that.
self-hating bully. I bully myself so that I get better.
Yeah, look at this guy
kid-
doing his
yeah.
homework and being diligent and stuff. I'll never be like that. Shove.
Shove yourself to the ground.
Bullying, but like effectively.
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
constructive
that'd be funny if like the bully like talked that way, but it was just trying to motivate you to be a better person. Look at this
Yeah.
guy over here doing his homework. That's a great job. You should go out for varsity, bitch.
And you shove them into the locker.
Shove.
I don't know how to express my feelings without expressing them through aggression, even though what I'm saying is not meant to be interpreted that way. The kids gasped. Miss Dubinsky didn't mess around when it came to misbehavior.
Now, all of you, get outside!
Damn.
She said,
But recess isn't over.
Someone complained.
I don't give a rat's tail. Your recess is being cut short for this behavior. I want you all to go back to your classrooms. Now!
You sound like you're about to pass out. You okay?
I actually am. I need to stop doing that.
Okay. I'll start doing Miss Dubinsky's voice after next time.
The kids filled inside, groaning and moaning. Filed inside, groaning and moaning. Groaning and moaning. Surely they were going to complain to whoever listened. Donna didn't care. She ran a tight ship and wanted to make sure kids never turned out to be jerks when they grew up. She suspected a lot of it lied within their parents. They spoiled their kids, but she wouldn't tolerate their parents' behavior either. If they threatened, she dared them. The principal, their superintendent, the school board would always take Donna's side. She was a tough but fair teacher. You can't be a tough teacher with a breathy voice like that.
I mean, that's from you. I don't think that's necessarily from her.
That'd be funny if like they respected her anyway, just from her being so breathy. Like, you fucking asshole! You need to stop.
I feel like every like strict teacher that I've ever had, like they wouldn't even like tell you what's wrong. They would just like mark you down on whatever like paper or like exam that you had.
Yeah, that's true. It was always like, that's a mark off. That's an infraction. You're like, why? They're like, because I said so. Get inside. You know.
Oh God. Imagine kids now with social media and like their phones constantly like right next to them. Like I don't even know how teachers handle it.
It's probably put your phones in this bucket. You know, when you get inside.
Like Dave Chappelle's stand-up show. Like it's time to put them all in the bucket.
Yeah.
Like no one's gonna be on their phone in my show.
Yeah, exactly. That's probably what they do, and then either that or.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's either that or if you get caught with it in the like, get out or put it in the bucket, or it's probably like, you know, trust them until they mess up.
When I was in high school, like I don't think phones were allowed in the classroom, but I don't know how they would monitor it now because all of schools is like online. Like you can just have it next to you.
I think in the because of the COVID where it's just all Zoom
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
I don't know. I've heard stories of like you gotta keep your camera on at all times, and you know keep your hands where I can see them, stuff like that.
Like this? Like
not like that, but just like so you don't, or like on the keyboard or whatever. What I don't understand.
I didn't do nothing.
What I don't understand is why you can't just have like a doodle window. Like here's the Zoom window, and then you have the doodle window right here. Like, did nobody ever do that, or?
I'm sure they did. It's like I mean, like they're not forcing you to not get on the internet and look stuff up while the teacher's talking. I mean, you could glance to the right or left wherever your second. I mean, do they have second monitors like for these classrooms? You know, like our kids so well versed in technology now that they have second monitors and like you know they can listen to the teacher talk while they're like watching a YouTube video of I don't know, Logan Paul or something. You know, like, and they could put it on mute and have like headphones or something and be like, "Oh no, teacher, I'm just listening to you." Like, there's a lot of noise in my house. It's really distracting.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't really know anybody who's school aged that's you know gone back or like has been stuck in this. So I wouldn't know.
My brother is 12. And he's starting 7th grade this year, and he has dual monitors, and he's like really into gaming, so like he knows like all the tricks and stuff, so he does that. But like I'm sure like kids who, I mean, I never played games in my life or like cared to learn anything about the computer, so like I wouldn't be able to do that, but like someone who's like, you know, an introvert and like doesn't really like leave the house would probably know. I'm speculating. I'm probably sure introverts know go out and like do stuff with people, but he's an introvert and like he's like very into gaming and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, people who are listening, like, tweet at us at Bad Rating Pod. Like, do you know anybody who's in school right now, or do you have kids who are in school? How are they, you know, taking it?
Yeah, what's Lillian's brother's YouTube channel? Is it called Sniper Wolf 23? It's like, hey guys, welcome back.
B-Diz or some shit like that. It's
you didn't have to actually say it.
Oh really?
Very specific. Nice.
It's a bunch of random letters that like I don't even know how to pronounce.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, it's actually impossible to pronounce it. That's why I put it as my YouTube name.
I don't think anybody would want to the point is people are supposed to find your YouTube, so it's supposed to be like easy to remember. Except my dumbass is like, let's call it bad rating, and bad lip reading exists. So if you search bad rating, you get a bunch of bad lip reading stuff. So you gotta search bad rating pod to find us on YouTube.
Yeah. Hey, back to the story. Okay, I gotta say right now, this story's kind of going off the rails. We don't know where Dale and Brennan are in this story at all.
No, they're being bullied in the schoolyard, and she just pulled the kids off of them. And then he's like, I got a belly full of dog crap because of what you did today.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, but they were kind of in the background. But now it's going into the perspective.
Yeah, she just pulled the kids inside. So I think they're still out there, or they're going home, or something to that effect.
I mean, isn't the story about like a hot teacher?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Once the kids were inside, she looked down at the two men. They were clearly beaten up pretty badly. She had seen worse from some of the weaker kids. Donna always made it a point to make sure bullying received the discipline if it ever occurred. She always kept her eyes open when some of the teachers could care less, or didn't really do anything about it. Donna had always been a passionate advocate against bullying and always got involved in a group after. I get it! She's a compassionate person. Please stop. Like, have you not noticed that the story kept going back to telling us how good of a person she is? Like, they do it 5 times.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
I'm Johnny Exposition.
It's getting annoying to me. It's getting annoying to me. It's too much. I get it. She's a good person. She doesn't tolerate bullying. She ran an anti-bullying support group for kids to participate in. She would include both the bully and the victim in the groups, with the rules that they were allowed to confront their attacker in a way that was direct but fair. There was to be no name-calling, insulting, and so forth. Each person was allowed to speak their feelings.
Yeah, that's gonna go well.
But what if my feelings are that you're a poopy head?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, what bothers me is so in the school I went to a very hippie school. We had a class called Life Skills that was literally just group therapy. And
that sounds awesome.
It is awesome, and I think more schools should do it. But most of the school was a lot of calling people names behind their backs and a lot of rumor spreading. So in Life Skills, everyone was super direct and nice to each other. It'd be like, these are the things going on in my life and therapy. And then afterward, it'd be like, this bitch talked about this thing in Life Skills. Little fucker. Just... it was kind of missing the forest for the trees, where you were like, again, great idea, but you're not you're removing the symptoms, but not the cause, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, how can you remove the cause? It's gossip. You know, it's gonna spread whether you like it or not.
I don't know. I would be confront them directly, but that's not usually.
Yeah, but that's just one of them. And plus, people love gossip. No matter how many times you tell people that gossip is bad and you shouldn't spread it, they're going to. That's how every news agency works. They make their money off of spreading gossip.
Maybe that's what that class is for. Is all they can do is remove the symptoms, but not the cause. They're like, we didn't just do damage control. We're not gonna get rid of the gossiping or the rumors.
That's also a great way to deal with it too. Just learn how to deal with something that you can't change.
Yeah. Lilia, were you a gossip girl?
Yeah, I love gossip. Honestly, I spread rumors till this day.
At least she's honest.
What's the dumbest rumor you've ever spread?
I've ever spread
or heard about yourself, either or.
About myself?
It can be anybody. It's just that you couldn't believe that people actually believed it. Did you ever do anything like that?
Nothing too crazy. It's always about someone breaking up with the other person, or someone cheating on someone else, you know? It almost always true stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I get it from my mom. My mom loves talking about other people. I'm I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's I don't know. It's no, I was kind of a shy kid. I hung out with the goth kids.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I was. They in Arizona, it was so hot in there. So it's like there was this section of the school where like there was like a shadow that was right next to the theater department, and all like the goth kids that were like nerdy or they just were goth kids, they hung out over there, and I used to hang out with them. They called them the shadow kids. It's like you're a shadow kid. Yes.
Were you a theater kid too?
Yeah, I was a theater kid and a swimmer, like for the team.
Wow, we're
That's
very
pretty
similar.
cool.
I'm also a theater kid and a diver.
Diver.
Ooh.
Yeah, swimming was too hard. So I was like,
Oh, swimming is fun.
I could
Okay,
never
but,
figure out that flip turn correctly. I always freak out when I'm trying to do an actual flip, so it turns out to like this weird kind of sideways thing. Where it's
you
like,
have to like blow a lot of bubbles out of your nose to like get it right.
yeah.
Yeah, and like you have to slam your head down like and curl it like a ball, and kind of like how you dive, like when you like do a flip, like you just have to kind of tuck.
I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Use your
Like
feet.
just doing flips in general. Like my body freaks out and tries to like go sideways, or something.
Huh. Do you have like a nose that like just can't push out water or something?
I don't know. Maybe it's like an equilibrium thing where when I go upside down, my body's like ah, and then
Like your
Who
body's
knows?
always buoyant or something.
I am pretty buoyant. I don't know. The weirdest rumor I ever heard about myself was because I was always kind of the weird kid. There was a rumor going around that I wasn't real and that I was an android
What?
or an alien, and
Oh, that's mean.
because they thought.
That's a
Well,
weird thing to say.
Well, because my name is Atlas, so they're like, Project Atlas escaped from the lab, and now he's trying to hide among the humans. And I'm like, dude, really? Like, fuck.
Like, guys, I'm right here.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I mean,
Not
can we-
guys.
it was one of those things where when I heard about it, I was like, really? That's the rumor? Okay, fine. Whatever.
I mean, they could
So
say
you know
words. No.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You
RoboCop's
wanna
pretty
spread
cool.
the rumor? Oh my god! Like, did you know Atlas is like always buoyant? Like, it's spread.
All right, let's see if we can finish this in time.
Sorry, am I interrupting too much?
No. The point of the show is to interrupt the story.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try and read this fast. Lately, the group was getting smaller and smaller. Not a lot of people wanted to talk, either because they were afraid for fear of getting bullied again and again, but she kept the group open nonetheless. Often she heard stories from not just the victims, but the bullies themselves were victims too. They were often their parents. She would hear the problems at home, divorce, parents fighting, money problems, being belittled by their parents. She would be compassionate and listen, using encouragement to the bully that they need to not take it out on others weaker than them, but to confront their parents, tell them their feelings, and so forth. She always kept her door.
Always kept her door.
Yes, she
And
always kept her door.
She's like, this is my door. I keep.
She.
Kept her door open?
I imagine
Is that what
yes.
the doctor meant?
That's what I meant to say.
But they forgot the word open, so it looks like she's like, this is my door, god damn it.
She always kept her door. It's like, I don't care if I get fired. I'm taking the door.
Are you
not-
guys
I'm not
alright?
I'm not scratching off the name on that thing. Such a pain.
Oh my god.
Um,
Are you guys alright?
asked Donna, helping the men up. Yeah, we're okay, said the blonde man.
Yeah.
Thanks, said the brute. Are you narrating or am I?
No. I was just like trying to roughly split it
Yeah.
evenly. I'll
No,
be.
no, you can do the characters. I'll
Okay.
narrate.
Alright, go ahead. Thanks.
Said the brunette man.
What did those kids do to you?
He asked.
Why?
Asked the brunette.
He'll just beat us up again. Chris Kardaki, huh?
She said, arching an eyebrow.
Well, everyone knows he's a jerk, and he's been in trouble multiple times at school, but I'll be dealing with him for sure.
Donna looked at the brunette man, a face she remembered for a long time, the blue eyes, the curly hair.
Dale?
She said,
Dale Doback? Huh?
huh?
Don't you remember me? I'm Donna Dubinsky from Jordan High, class of 75.
Dale squinted his eyes as he looked at the kind teacher who saved him from the group of bullies. It was as if he was back in high school again. He studied her features.
Oh yeah, Donna. Man, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Because that's what people say. Good lord.
They don't say that anymore.
I
I
know.
don't think it's a very folksy thing to say.
Yeah.
Donna laughed. He liked her laugh. It was nice. She even smelled nice too. Her shampoo she used reminded him of the syrup caddy at the IHOP. Cinnamon, caramel, and maple. God, he sounded like a pervert just thinking that.
Great.
Is that like the author like breaking the fourth wall? Like, God, I sound like a pervert just saying.
Also, like, why do people think, man, this person smells good? They smell like IHOP. Like, that's not the first thing that people think of.
That's the most American thing I've ever heard. If you
I
think about
know. I love
it. I'm
IHOP.
like, Lillian, you smell like butter pecan syrup. I fucking, oh my God.
Oh my god. Great to see you, Dale.
She said, smiling. Whoopsie.
You two know each other?
The blonde man with the black eye said. I think that's Brennan.
I think so. Yeah, Donna and I went to high school together. She was always nice to me.
That Dale.
Donna, this is Brennan. He's my stepbrother. Nice to meet you.
Roll credits.
Ooh.
Nice to meet you. Jeez, what a black eye you got there. Who punched you? Why? Are you gonna tell?
Why? Yes, asked Brennan, flinching uncomfortably.
Well, I'm a teacher, and as far as I'm concerned, all those kids are gonna be punished. Cool.
Said Dale.
You're a hot teacher. Cool teacher. You know what I mean. Thank you. I enjoy it very much. We should be getting home.
Said Brennan.
Say, Dale,
Donna added.
if you're not doing anything this weekend, why don't we grab a beer and catch up?
Dale blushed. He was being asked out by a girl on a sort of date. His whole world was spinning. No woman would ever approach him. They were either disgusted by him because he was such a man-child, or he was just plain weird. If we don't get a scene with Brennan singing at their date, I'm never gonna read this again. Where he goes, people keep talking. Let's give them something to talk about. And Dale just looks at him like they're both just enamored by his singing. Like, listen, Brandon, I'm just a guy, okay? You have the voice of a goddamn angel. Okay. Dale blushed. Oh, wait, no, I already said that.
Sure, Donna, I like that. Here's my number.
She said, handing Dale her card.
Anyway, I gotta get inside. I've gotta talk to the principal and deal with this situation. Okay, I'll see you later.
Donna went inside towards the school. Her dark hair floated behind her as she turned. Dale sighed with a big, goofy smile on his face. All these years, his dream was coming true at last. He was going out with the girl he had a crush on for the longest time. I think that the person who wrote this had like a crush on John C. Reilly when they wrote it. Which is hard to believe if I could think of that. No, it's not. He's a likable dude.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah. I'm a little confused. So she broke up with Trent?
I guess. Maybe Trent's gonna come in later in the story and be like her husband, but like he doesn't treat her well or something.
Well, it might be like I think it's a whole different character, right?
I think
because
yeah,
we never.
sure.
I don't think we met Donna in the movie. Wasn't it like who was Trent's wife's name?
Oh God, what was?
Because here, let's see.
Lillian, how do you not know this? You have to.
Sorry, I thought we were gonna do Glee for like a hot sec, and I was like rewatching all of the all the Glee episodes because there was more of that. I'm like, oh, if it's Step Brothers, I'll just like look up quotes.
I was gonna do Glee originally, and then and then every time I looked up like Glee fan fiction, it was just fan fiction about characters being happy. Which made that a little awkward.
It's probably because like everyone died from that cast.
Yeah. Oh, the Curse of Glee, because you had what was it? you had the guy who turned out to be a pedophile, and then who was
the guy who was addicted to drugs?
Yeah, and then
Naya Rivera, who
Naya
passed away.
Rivera. That was like a few weeks ago.
See, that's what happens when you try to make everybody like you. You know, that was that kind of show. Like you gotta.
Let's see, Alice Huff, Derek's wife.
Okay.
Yeah. So
so Donna's like completely different.
Yeah, Donna is a completely made up character.
Okay.
For this story. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. She's nice.
Or said Brennan.
Yeah, she was nice to me in high school. Dale
said sheepishly.
I've had a crush on her forever. She's
got a nice rack, though.
Don't talk about her tits, man.
Chill, dude. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was yours.
Well, I don't know if she's available, Brennan. She's always dated this jerk. She might have a husband or something.
I didn't see a ring on her finger. She might be single.
Well, she might have a boyfriend, too. I wonder if she's with that jerk Trent from high school.
Just ask her, then. You got a date with a hot chick. I'm so jealous. What was she in high school?
She was pretty hot in high school. She was a cheerleader.
Lucky, I'm definitely jealous now.
What am I supposed to talk to her about? I can't let her know I'm still living at home with my dad.
Then don't, dumbass. Save it for when you go on more dates.
I'm telling you, I'm so excited I've already forgotten about the whole Chris Kardashian thing.
I still got a belly full of white dog shit in me. Brendan complains sourly.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. What are we going to tell our parents when we get home that we fucked up our job interviews?
Brennan shrugged as he picked up his bicycle as they walked down the street towards their house, excitedly chattering out Dale's lucky date.
And that's the end of the story.
That's it.
That's so funny. I just remembered that, like, was it Brennan or Dale who got laid off from PetSmart?
Oh my god. Oh, that's a good question.
I just remember they like both just couldn't keep jobs.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think that was shit. Fuck. Who's? I have to look this up. I don't know. Like, I think that was Brennan. I'm pretty sure that was Brennan who got laid off of PetSmart.
It doesn't say on Wikipedia who got what. It just says new jobs. So.
That's okay. Good shit.
Yeah. So, did you like it?
The fanfic.
Or did you enjoy it?
Did you enjoy it? No, like, how would you punch it up? That's usually the question we ask.
I wish they like had introduced more of the original characters because I thought Donna was the wife.
Me too.
His other brother.
I had forgotten.
But maybe that was like my fault because like I didn't touch up on Step Brothers and stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think it was okay. I kind of wish they like went into like the actual relationship though.
Yeah.
Or the date itself instead of just getting the date.
Yeah.
Because there's no like chapter 2 or anything. That's just the end of the story.
It would have been funny if they went out to dinner and like if they tried to think of as many funny lines as they could on the date.
Oh my god!
Like Dale just being like a man child, and her loving him in like either way though, or like she slowly doesn't like him, but he has a redeeming quality. I think that'd be really funny. Yeah. It's like, can I get a plate of dinosaur tenders? Do you have that here?
I also like how both our Brendan and Dale voices slowly started floating toward Napoleon Dynamite over the course of the episode.
I know. It's that kind of movie.
I'm sorry. Kind of movie. Just he's better at it than I am. I tried my best.
You did.
Stop. Well, thank you so much for coming on Bad Reading.
Thank you for having me. This is my first podcast outside of my own that I have done. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the outside, I think.
Thanks.
Where can people find you, follow you out there?
So I have a podcast. It's called The Boba Happy Hour. I think that's exactly how you spell it on Instagram. Or you can find me on my personal Instagram at Lilz, Lilz Samuel with an L, no S. But yeah.
That'll be in the down there part people to check out. Nick, what
Yeah.
about you?
Oh, I'm also.
Oh.
I don't. You guys do. I don't. When is this coming out?
This is coming out in so not this coming Friday, but the Friday after.
Okay.
So 2 weeks.
I'm doing my show on the 19th. It's called Cat People. It's $10, so I don't know. I'm like kind of like hesitant because I don't think people should pay for Zoom shows. It's just like it's fucking Zoom. But anyway,
or at least like make a donation base or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm not the one running it. Someone else is. But you can also find me there.
Yeah. So now I'm just thinking of the crab people from South Park. Cats people, cats people.
Yeah.
Nick, where can people find you?
You can find me at Millennial Comic on YouTube and on Instagram.
And and then you can find me at Atlas Novak on Twitter, Instagram, or you can find this show at Bad Rating Pod in those same two places. And if you would like to support the show, help us make it, check out patreon.com/badratingpod. 4 different tiers. They're all based on shitty tropes from fiction. And you get cool bonuses like access to a Discord server or helping us vote on the story we pick every week. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Wash your freaking hands, and have a good night.